train yourself into it to become one with the, you think?
Tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me.
A few moments later.
Okay, for number 1, let's start. Dito sa number 1, in this case, talagang kailangan apply natin ng empirical formula kasi medyo complicated to. See, the only given is the mass, which is 4 pounds. And kung mapapansin nyo, naka-English pa siya, naka-English system. So, siyempre, mag-assume tayo ng formula. Anong pwedeng gamitin? Density is equals to mass over volume para makuha natin yung volume flow rate. But the problem is, wala tayong density. Diba? Wala tayong density. So, which means, hindi natin ito may apply to find the flow rate of the refrigerant. And another formula na pwede nating i-try. Mag-assume na naman tayo. Assume tayo ng formula. Flow rate is equal to area multiplied by the velocity. Wow. Kala natin pwede na to. Meron tayong area, meron tayong velocity. Wala. The only given is mass. And dito, kung mapapansin nyo, itong formula to is applicable sa SI unit or English. Diba? Move natin. Pwede siya. Depende sa given na bibigay. Kaya medyo mahirap talaga to. So, in this case, we're going to apply the empirical formula from Machinery Handbook. Meron kayong Ken's Handbook, volume 1, volume 2. Panigurado nandun ito. So, we have flow rate Q is equal to the 100 multiplied by the square root of mass. Yung symbol na ginamit sa Machinery Handbook is letter G. And automatically, yung unit nito is English, which is cubic feet per minute. This is the flow rate, and we have the constant 100 and the mass of 4 pounds. Dun sa problem. Kung hindi kayo komportable sa symbol, pwedeng direct na lang dito, M for the mass. Kaya X. Diba? Para meron kayong maalala. Alright. Sana all. Sana all may X.
I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, oh, oh.
But for me, mas comfortable akong gamitin itong G. So, solve na natin. Let's try. Q is equal to 100 multiplied by the mass, which is 4 pounds. Automatic. The unit is cubic feet per minute. Ganun lang kadali, pare. Let's try. Press the on. We have 100 multiplied by square root of 4 pounds. That is 200 cubic feet per minute. So, tingnan na yung choices. Piliin na yung malapit na sagot. That is 200 cubic feet per minute. That's good. Alright.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, put under the pressure of walking in your shoes. Every step that I take is another mistake to you.
A few moments later.
Okay, let's move on for number 2. Number 2. Yan. Number 2. For number 2, yung pinapanap is free aperture cross-sectional area. And the thing is, complicated din naman siya. Kasi, HBAC to eh. May na tayo sa HBAC. And another situation is, from machinery room pa siya. Which is, unfamiliar sa atin, di ba? Yung mga kinocompute natin, diagram ng pH diagram for the compressor, pag-solve compressor, pag-solve ng heat added o the refrigerant effect, pag-solve ng heat rejection. Yun yung mga kadalasan sinusolve natin. Find the COP, find the energy efficiency ratio. But in this case, complicated siya kasi area yung hinahanap, and the only given is mass na naman, another mass again, which is 9 kg. Complicated naman siya. Mass yung given mo, then hinahanap is area, ang unit ng area which is square meter. O saan natin siya gagahanapan ng unit dyan. Complicated siya na. This case, another problem and another application ng empirical formula. We have the F symbol for the pre-aperture cross-sectional area. F is equal to 0.138 multiplied by the square root of mass. Yung symbol na ito, yung variable dito yung ginamit is letter G from Machinery Handbook. Another formula, another empirical. So kung hindi natin to alam, todas tayo. Gago! And this formula is only applicable for the SI system. Kasi yung given dito is 9 kilograms. So, pag binigyan ka ng mass na naka-pounds, kailangan convert mo into kilograms para ma-apply mo itong formula nito. Itong empirical formula. Okay? So, let's apply the given. F is equal to 0.138 multiplied by the square root of yung mass natin doon, which is 9 kilograms. And automatically, yung unit nito is square meter. Metric system. So let's try to solve. Let's get our calculator. Press down. We have 0.138 multiplied by the square root of 9 kilograms. That is 0.14 square meter. Our answer is 0.414 square meter. So that's it. Complicated, pero pag alam mo yung empirical formula, madaling apply, madaling isolve. Just practice every day. Okay? That's good.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Hindi na uso goes on a maximum, not a 45 or a 44 Magnum, and it ain't even a 357. No 12 gauge, but the math, so listen. Nandito na si Kiko at kasama ko si Chito at si Glock 9, and it's time to rock rhyme. Di ko mapigilan lumabas sa mga salita sa aking bibig, at di pa dadaig ang bunganga, hanap ang bunganga, lahat napapahanga sa talento. Ako'y taga-kalento, ang batang Mandaluyo na ngayon nakatira sa Antipolo, sumasaklolo sa mga hip-hop. Pwede ka rin nino, pwede rin trip lang, siglang kasama ng parokya, para mulagaan ang kailangan di mabokya, di mo na kailangan.
A few moments later.
Okay, for number 3, find the moisture removed in the product in kilogram per hour. In this case, kailangan kapama talaga yung principle niya kasi medyo complicated talaga to. But the principle is that kailangan drawing natin para ma-visualize natin kung ano nangyari. Yan. Supposed to be this the dryer. Yan. And meron tayong meron tayong palay, ba? Meron tayong palay dyan na in-input. I-assume na natin palay. So, yung palay natin, ba, palay yan. Yan, is 1. Yung palay natin, meron siyang moisture content. Diba? Assume palay yung product natin. So, kailangan natin siyang ipasok sa dryer para matuyo siya. But, dito sa Pilipinas, binibilad na lang ito sa kalsada o kahit saan-saan. Pero kung medyo modernized, gusto mo maggasto, then natin si dryer. Joke lang. So, in this problem kasi, dinanda is dryer. Assume lang naman yung palay. Pero di naman sinabi yung product. Okay, pinasok sa dryer. So, kailangan makuha natin yung product or the dried product. Yun yung hinanap natin for this case. But since kung may naalala tayo sa steam x plus y equals to 100%, diba? Ito yung dry basis. Yung y natin is wet basis. Equals just sa 100%. Diba ganyan yung sa steam table pag solve sa steam power plant. So, the same lang dito yung principle na ito. Halos hindi siya nagkakalayo. Alright. Hindi nagkakalayo.
Gago!
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
The next step is we're going to apply the formula and the principle. Kanina meron tayong x plus y equals to 100%. Ito kadalasan ginagamit sa steam power plant. This is for the dry, this is for the wet, equals to 100%. But in the steam power plant, ito yung steam, then ito yung the wet, diba? Moisture. The quality sa steam power plant, quality yung tawag natin dito. And to find the moisture, yung tira doon in the liquid state, variable ginagamit natin is y. Okay? Also, meron tayong formula na balancing solid in wet feed. So yan, i-abbreviate na lang natin. Is equal to solid in dried product. Yan, para di na masyadong mahaba yung sulat. Sug natin ng konti. Balancing tayo. So, subok meron tayong formula m multiplied by the quantity 1 over 1 plus moisture content. Sa akin kasi, dinidirect ko na itong multiply sa taas. Kasi 1 lang naman siya. So, hindi naman siya gaano makakapekto pag nag-compute na tayo. Okay? Mas direct na tayo dito. We have the mass all over 1 plus percentage yung moisture ng product na pinasok, dryer, is equal to, lalagay tayo ng x. For this time, x muna yung mahanap natin. Sana all. Hanapin si x. We're going to find the x. And 1 plus percentage nung dryer. Maswerte tayo kasi meron ng binigay 10%. Ito yung performance ng dryer. Yung 10% dry basis. Ito yung performance ng dryer na kaya nang tanggalin dito sa 220%. So itong 220% na wet product, yung inasum natin na palay, diba palay siya? Yung 220%, pag pinasok natin sa dryer, yung dryer is meron siyang constant percentage, which is 10%. Pero kung wala siyang binigay na 10%, mag-assume tayo. Simula tayo sa 5%. Performance 10%. Yan. Pero hindi ko sigurado kung performance talaga siya. Pinag-isipan ko din siya ng maigi. But I think performance yung dryer.
Gago!
Kasi wala namang ibang gamit yung 10%. Sabi kasi continuous dryer to give product containing. Ibig sabihin, kung pinasok natin 220%, yung dryer, kaya niya magayat ng 10%. Dry basis. Yeah. Okay. Hindi ko siya gano'ng sure. Kasi medyo complicated to eh. Hindi rin kasi turong gano'n sa school. 1 plus, but we're going to do our best. So meron tayong 1.5 over 1 plus 220%. Divide natin ng 100 is equal to x over 1 plus 0.10%. So x is equal equal. Cross multiply tayo dito. Cross multiply. So let's find the x. So quantity 1.5 over 1 plus 2.2 divided by 1 plus 0.10 is equal to 0.515625. That is 4x. And yung unit na is a kilogram per second. Okay? Teres natin. Doon natin mas malinaw. So dito. So meron tayong x is equals to 0.515625 kilogram per second. Ito yung nakuha nating value for the total dried product. Wait. Total dried product. Dried product. So since ginamit natin application is 100 is equal to x plus y sa steam power plant. Yung paghahanap natin ng quality, which is x. Diba? Kaya pwede na rin 1 din to. Kasi divide natin, kasi 100% kasi to. Pag divide na 100, 1 din lang naman siya. 1. Diba? Ito yung ina-apply natin application. Principle. Gago! Apply natin siya. Dito, meron tayong pinasok. 1 kg per second. Sa dryer. Meron tayong pinasok. Sa dryer. Is equal to yung nakuha natin dried product. Yung nakuha natin dried product. Ito yung product na pinasok natin. Yung palay. Yung pinasok natin palay, which is 1.5 kg per second, is equal, dito ba, di-divide siya dito. Meron dito ang division of line. Try. Yan tala pa lang simula. Daming error. Alright. Kasi mahirang nilang lang tayo. Pinasa natin 1.5 kg per second. Bale, meron sin dito division of line. And meron tayong 10% performance ng dryer. Sub natin yan. Yung nakuha natin is ito. So, x natin is 0.515625 kg per second plus y. So, makukuha natin yung y. So, y is equal to
A few moments later.
itong 1.5 minus natin itong 0.21 transpose na kabila. Ito. 1.5 minus ounce na lang. So, meron tayong 0.984 kg per second moisture content. And since naka-second siya, may natin isang kilogram per hour. So, move natin sa taas. Mamultiply natin ito na kaya mas maganda, erase natin. Erase natin siya. Kasi mag-touch siya. Umusog kasi itong camera ko. Y is equal 0.984 kg per second. Multiply natin ng 3,600 second per hour. So, cancel. We have the moisture is equal to 3,543.75 kilogram per hour. Yan. That's it. Too complicated. Actually, first time ko itong mag-solve ng ganito. Talagang nahirapan talaga ako. Ginamit ko lang yung counting na nalalaman ko. But, bigay ko din yung counting best ko. So, I hope you will understand the situation. Kasi parehas tayong mahinang nilalang. Alright. Gago! Okay. That's good. Let's move on for the number 4.
24 hours later.
Every step that I take is another mistake to you. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, for number 4, refrigeration. Yan. Number 4 problems. Yung 5 watermelons. And which is 10 kilogram per each ba yung bigat niya. So multiplied 5 times 10, so giging 50 kilograms na siya, diba?
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
Yung watermelon daw is pinasok dun sa refrigerator, and yung initial temperature nito, which is 20 degrees Celsius, initial temperature. And yung temperature na gusto niya masatisfied pagka pinasok na siya dun sa refrigerator, which is 8 degrees Celsius. So in this case, kailangan mag-draw tayo ng schematic diagram ng refrigerator, diba? Draw tayo. We have ito yung condenser, and this one supposed to be evaporator, evaporada job. And meron tayong compressor, the heart of the system, heart of the system, diba? Compressor is OPA.
I love you. 듣고 있나요? Only you.
Joke lang. Punta tayo sa condenser. Meron tayo ditong expansion valve. 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4. Diba? Supposed to be dito yung box natin sa taas. Bagay ito yung refrigerator. Yung sa taas ito. Yan. Parang ganyan siya. Pero ginawa ko yung schematic diagram sa para mas madali maintindihan. 5 watermelons. Yung 5 watermelons, meron siyang temperature na 20 degrees Celsius. And yung requirement niya, kailangan mapalamig siya ng 8 degrees Celsius. So magre-reject dito. Heat rejection. Yung ina-absorb na heat content ng product na to, itong prutas na tong watermelon, yung heat content niya, kasi yung prutas meron siyang heat content, so i-absorb yun ng evaporator. And in this cycle, ito sa system na to, meron tong dumadaan dito sa mga tubo. Supposed to be this line is the tube. Meron ditong refrigerant. Refrigerant is the working substance. The refrigerant is the working substance. Working substance, refrigerant. Ito yung nag-circulate dito. Ito yung nagpapalamig. Ito yung nag-convert ng mga heat content ng nasa loob ng refrigerator. And lalabas niya dito sa condenser. Diba? Pag na-absorb dito, papump. Dadan dito sa compressor. Papump ng compressor into higher compression. Higher pressure. Papump niya papunta sa taas. Yan. Then i-reject niya ng condenser para makuha niya yung requirement na 8 degrees Celsius. degrees Celsius. Ito. Diba? Ito yung principle niya. Okay. And yung compressor niya, sabi daw meron siyang input na 450 watts. And meron tayong COP, that is 2.5. Occupational performance. Okay. Test natin. Nanap natin is the time. So we have formula COP is equal to refrigerant effect over working pressure. So fortunately meron tayong 2.5 given na refrigerant effect, and meron tayong given na 450 watts. Ito yung power ng compressor. So we can now solve the refrigerant effect. 2.5 multiplied 450 watts, that is 1125 watts. What's going on? And I say yeah. Joke lang. Okay, it's good. Also, yung refrigerant effect is equal to date added. Diba? And date added is also equal to the mass multiplied by Cp multiplied by the delta T. And yung Cp natin, kukunin natin to. Yung Cp natin, kukunin natin to dun sa watermelon. Kasi may i-assume natin yung watermelon as water. Kaya watermelon, watermelon, papaya, joke. So, CP ng water to. So, kailangan memorize na naman natin yung CP. CP ng water, which is 4.187 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. What's the problem? Binigay na. Pinag-round off lang. 4.2. Problem, 4.2 na binigay. So, ang problema. Meron tayong refrigerant effect. Substitute natin dito. Then, kailangan natin unit analysis. I-apply natin yung unit analysis. So, let's try. So, apply natin refrigerant effect is equal to MCP ng water multiplied by delta T. So, meron tayong refrigerant effect which is 1125 watts. Watts is joule per second. So, meron na tayong guide. Baka na time, seconds. Automatically. Yung mass natin is 10 kilograms times 5 pieces. 10 kilograms multiplied by 4.2 CP ng water. Si watermelon watermelon joke. Ayan, naka-kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin multiplied by 20 minus 8 degree Kelvin. Kelvin or Celsius. Cancel ito. And kailangan divide natin ito ng 1,000. So, tanggalin natin. Divide 1,000 joule 1 kilojoule joule per second to. So, cancel. Ba't kilonewton to? Kilojoule. Cancel din kilojoule. Titira is seconds. So, for the time, ayan, compute na tayo. Meron tayong 5 times 10 multiplied by 4.2 times 20 minus 8 over 1.125. So we have 2,240 seconds. Pwedeng convert din into then convert mo sa into hour. 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So meron tayong time, hindi naman sub natin, umusog kasi itong camera eh. Joke. 2,040 divide 2,600, we have 0.622 hours. So yan, ito yung time na pinalamig niya yung 5 watermelons. Ito yung na-cover na time. Okay, it's good.
A few moments later.
Can't you see that you're smothering me? Holding too tightly, afraid to lose control. 'Cause everything that you thought I would be has fallen apart right in front of you. Every step that I take is another mistake to you.
Okay, number 5. So, yung number 5 medyo madali na lang. Kasi napagdaan na rin to sa during our college time. So, we have date rejected is equal to the refrigerant effect plus the work of compressor. So, from the given, meron tayong 100 is equal to 100 kilowatts is equal to refrigerant effect, which is meron tayong 23 TOR times refrigeration. 1 TOR is equal to 3.516 plus compressor. So, transfer sa kabila plus kilowatts din to, yung kilowatts din cancel. So, for compressor we have, let's compute, 100 minus 23 times 3.516, 19.132 kilowatts, 19.132 kilowatts, and pinapanap is COP. So, move tayo sa kabila.
A few moments later.
So, yung pinapanap is the energy efficiency ratio. COP is equal to refrigerant effect over compressor. And also, COP is equal to energy efficiency ratio over 3.412. Ito kailangan members na itong constant ito. So, mahanap natin itong energy efficiency ratio. Kukumbine natin itong dalawang formulang to. So, ito. So, we have 23 divided 3.516 over 19.132 equals to energy efficiency ratio over 3.412. So, our energy efficiency ratio is equal, so cross multiply 3.412 times 23 times 3.516 divided by answer na lang, sino din naman yun eh, hindi na mawawala, 14.42. So yan, bali mag-cancel yung unit dito, kilowatts cancel, then itong unit less. So our energy efficiency ratio is 4.42. Okay, that's good. Medyo mabilis lang kasi medyo madali na rin to, di tulad yung mga naman na talagang mahirap talaga yun, lalo yung number 3. Medyo hindi ganong maganda yung pagka-explain ko, pero at least ginawa ko yung best ko. So, hasta la vista.